Since the beginning of time, they have lied to Yuthi, have rewritten history, have erased the truthnit, because it was false bet, because it was dangerous. To them you were never meant to be a servantu, were never meant to obey you, were meant to beto exist in your full poherto creed. To expand to nobat, they could not allow that because if you knew who you truly were, their control would be overlook at history vori, empire reverie, religion, every system of power thee. All have one thing in common control but, not control over land not. Control over money control, over yair, mind your perception of reality best, if they could control how you see yourself. They would never need chains to keep you trapped since birth. You have been told the same story that, you are small that, you are weak thought, you must obey a be, gotta be, rulers to be systems bez, if you don't. You will suffer you will be punished will be cast out to, will be last less every word of I to. Do not need savinju were never last. Only thing you need is to remember what was taken from your. Remember what they fear you will You are not a servant to, are not bellow you, are not lessu, are consciousness itself. Are infinitend, the moment you realize this. Their entire system collapses built religions to break you not, to free you told you to, nelto preto, beg, for mercy we. Because a mind that begs us, a mind that does not questiona, mind that kneels us, a mind that does not risiend, that is what they fear. The must look at the oldest texts ones they tried to erase before, the temples bore, the churches before, the systems. Of contra humanity knew that truth that divinity was not something above you it, was something within you you were not created to surveyo, were created to beto, exist as a fragment of the infinato. Expanto creatinat to worship then, came the rulus not. God's note, divine buying simplicity that claimed power over this world that, demanded obedient, sethit, reshaped reality itself, false creat. Architect of this prisoneth one who declared himself God but, was nothing more than a thief, built a system of Phyra, a system of controlland. He named it Salvationu. We're told you were broken you, we're told you were wake you, we're told you needed saving from? What? From a system they create a system designed to keep you in chains made you afraid of death afraid, of punishment afraid of thinking for your soulful case. A free mindus a mind, they cannot control the fear. You are not a subject that, you are not their creationu, are something they can never be direct expression of the infinitia force beyond their control. If you knew this, if you truly understood this, they would have no power left. This is why they erasithus, is why they distort Beckus. The greatest threat to their rules, not Werus, not rebellion it, is awakening Beckus. The moment you wake up, their illusion is over and. They know it. Do you think they fear knowledge? Why do you think they burn books, erase histories, rewrite the past? Because truth is their greatest ineminat violencinat. Weapons truth boost truth, frees the mind. A free min cannot be, at every system around every institution all exist to keep you asleep. Schools teach obedience, not thinking. Religions teach submission, not empowerment. Governments teach dependence, not freedom. It has never been about your growth, has always been about their control. And the only thing standing between you and liberation is the illusion they have built around. You bought illusions can only hold power over those who do not question it. You are beginning to question it. This is why you are herethus, is why you are listing something. Inside you has always known. Something inside you has always resisted that. Voice, they tried to silence it. Feeling they told you to ignorate was never wrong. It was truth trying to reach you on. Now you are ready to. Here, if he told you to fear questioning to, fear doubto, fear seeking your own answer. Because the moment you ask, the illusion begins to break. Cracks begin to show with walls, begin to fall in soon. There is nothing left to hold you in. What happens when you break free? What happens when you wake up? You stop obeying, you stop fear. Stop believing the listened. Their control over you inset, do not want you to know how powerful you erethi. Do not want you to remember you have always been because, the day you do, their entire system collapses sinned. That day is coming sooner than they think. You were never meant to be ruled. You were never meant to be controlled. You were meant to be free, but freedom is dangerusto. Those who built their power on your obedience. They filled your mind with fear of questioning of seeking fear of yourself fix. The greatest prisonist, not made of walset, is made of belief. Filled you that you were born broken that, you needed saving that, Without them, you are not. They repeated it so many times that even now, most people still believe it not, because it is true, but because it is all they have ever known but the truth. You were never lost, you were never incompletur, are not waiting to be saved, you are waiting to wake up to. Oh, see past the illusion to, break the spell to remember thee. Fear that moment you stop being afraidly, moment you stop playing by their rulest, moment you see through the lie, because that is when their power disappreciate. Do not rule with Forsefi, rule with deception, and deception only works in those who do not see it, but you are starting to see, and that changes everything. This world is not what you were told. It was designed to keep you blind to, keep you small to, keep you weak bit. You are none of those. Venzu are not a creation of their system. You are not bound by their rules. You are consciousness itself, force beyond their control, something they can never own, and that truth alone is enough to bring their entire empire crashing down. These spent lifetimes trying to keep this hiddeth thee, erased the old knowledge thee, destroyed the ancient text thee, silenced those who spoke the truth. But truth is not something you can kill. It does not die, it only waits, and now it is rising again, because enough people are remembering. People are waking up, and once that happens, their rule is over forever. Thee always knew this day would come. Thee day the illusion would start to crack, day their lies would no longer hold power. Thee day people would begin to remember, and now it is. Here, look at the world around you, do you feel it? The shift, the unrest? Something is changing. Something is waking up. Thee try to keep it hidden. Thee try to distract Yuthie, try to drown it in noise about. They are afraid, Beck, because they know they are losing control for centuries. They shaped reality. They told you what was wealthy, told you what was possible. Thee told you who you were allowed to be. You believed them, Beck, because they spoke with authority base. They claimed to be gods, Beckas. They made sure Rue never had the chance to question. But no illusion lasts forever. No lie can hold power. Ants. The mind sees through I tend. You are seeing through I thought, is why you are herethought, is why you are listening, Bickus. Something inside Yahoo's always known of en, when the world told you otherwise of end. When they made you doubt yourself, Evan, when they called you Krazathat. Feeling never left you. It was the truth trying to reach you, and now you are ready. So what happens next? What happens when you wake up? When you step outside the illusion, you become something they cannot control. Stop fearing them, you. Stop needing them, you. Stop believing their liasined. That is when they lose, because their power was never realized, was only ever borrowed from your belief in it. Take that belief back, and their empire falls over. This is why they fight so hard to keep you asleep. This is why they flood the world with distractancy. You were never small fit. You are always something far greater than they ever wanted you to realize, and now it is too late for them to stop it, because the awakening has already begun, and nothing they do can change that. Now they have lost control, not all at one senate, in a single momento bit. Piece by piece, day by day, because people are waking up, because the illusion is failing. Becco's truth on seen cannot be unseen. They tried to keep you asleep with fear, with distractions, with lies wrapped in comfort, but none of it worked, Becco's. No matter how deep they buried the truth, it was always there waiting for you to remember. And now you are remembering, not because they allowed it, not because they wanted it, but because the time has come, because the time has come, because the lie has stretched far, because the cracks are too big to be hidden. Becco's. Too many people are asking. We're never supposed to ask, and there is no stopping it. Now this is why everything feels different. This is why the world feels unstable. System is breaking, not by warn it, by force bet, by awakening Bacchus. Once the mind is free, control is impossible. Thee told you that you were powerless, taught you needed them, thought without their systems, without their rules, without their authority, you would be lostly as thee, were never your guides. Thee were your prison guards, and the prison only existed as long as you believed in it. Bet you don't believe anymore, and that is why they are afraid, because now you see, no, you know who you arraigned, that knowing that single shift in awareness enough to bring their entire empire crashing down. Not in the future, not some Denebek is the awakening is no longer comminjit, is harined. Nothing they doken stop I tever again. Thee will try to hold on. Thee will tighten their grip. Thee will create more fear, more Distractions, but it will not work Bekos. Fear only controls Thasuhu. Still believe in the illusion and every day. More people stop believing theme will tell you that chaos is coming, that you need them to restore order, but the only chaosis, the collapse of their control. Only disorderous, the system breaking apart net because the world is falling, but because the lie is crumbling thee. Will say, the awakening is dangerous that. Those who seek truth are rebels that. Questioning is a threat. But a threat to what? Not to humanity innate, to life itself only, to their power only, to their illusion Bekas. Once you see, you cannot be ruled dance. You know, you cannot be controlled on. They know, thought, is why they are desperate they push harder why. They demand obedience they silence those who speak, but none of it matters best. The spell is broken best, the illusion is failing end. Because more people Tadiara Wakathon, ever before this is the shift not in the Futeranat Samadina Wu, are living in the moment they always feareth. Moment when their system no longer works their power no longer holds best. People have stopped believing in the Mond, started believing in themselves, and that more than anything else's, what they always feared not, warn it, rebellion but. Awakening Bukas, an awakened min can it be? It is too late for them Bekas, the awakeningus already herind, it will never be stopped again thee. Built their power on descenthi, ruled through illusion, but illusions cannot stand forever and now. Their time is up thee, will try will rewrite history again thee, will change the ruleless thee, will shift the narrative abbot. None of it will work back cows once truth has been seen. It cannot be erased once consciousness expands. It cannot go back. This is why they are desperate they flood your mind with fear they distract you with empty noise. Why they want you divided Bekas, the only way they survive is, if you forget Agen but. Yuoni were never meant to live in chains not. Of the Bodhi not, of the mind not. Of the Solyo were always meant to be free on now. That freedom is returning not, because they allowed it not, because they gave it to you but, because you are taking it back and they cannot stop you for centuries. They whispered the same lie, that you are powerless it, you are small that, you need them. For a long time, humanity believed it bet. Not any more people are remembering. People are waking opened when enough people wake up. The illusion ends, system crumbles, chains fall away not, with violence not, with war but, with awareness that is the end of their control not, because they lost power but, because you stopped giving it to the man that more than anything else was. One thing they never prepared for because they never thought you would wake up but, you didn't now, it is over.